just imagined Sophiatown to be like this place full of excitement in times of turmoil.
Jaiva, just dance. It was vibey, it was party time, you know.
It was a free-rolling, free-spirited time.
It's about fun, extravagance.
No inhibitions, do what you've always wanted to do.
Black and white were living together without any problem.
Jazz music, dancing girls, sweat, sex.
You just wish you were there.
Yeah, go, go, go.
Big idea is the time of sort of Sophiatown combined with the modern soccer, you know, bringing the old school with the new school.
Think Brazilian day of samba. What do we have in Africa? We play with rhythm, but what kind? So this is an interpretation of that.
So imagine if we drew parallels between Sophiatown, this free-spirited time, and this South African soccer game. This sense of style and flair. And that's the game. That's Vodacom Jaiva, the soccer ad.
What you see here is what would happen in a typical dance hall in Sophiatown at the time. And all we've done is just try to marry that with a passion of football as well.
Vodacom is one of the few cell phone networks that has managed to put all their muscle into soccer.
When I say Vodacom loves soccer, they love it from the top to the bottom and across. And for us, when we came to them and said, I think you guys need to do an advert. I think you guys need to tell people that. People don't know how much you love soccer. Because you love it as much as they love it.
They know Vodacom not only because it's a leading cellular network, but also for tapping into their passions, which is local football.
It's got like a dance sequence to it, which is not just pass the ball to the next player. You have to have a move that's intertwined with your pass. It's like West Side Story meets Sophiatown.
Yeah, this is the big name commercial.
The footballers we've cast are going to bring so much life into the commercial.
This was always going to be an epic commercial, so we needed big names, we needed heroes, we needed legends that were instantly identifiable.
We want to pit what we call the legends against the heroes.
We're like really excited to have people like Teenage Jaiva, who's like the legend of legends, and you have him play a game against an excellent Walaza.
Oh, it's a good experience for me. I've never done this before, and you know, when it comes together, it will be something very, very great.
Well, I grew up admiring these guys. I mean, I grew up watching them on television, and to be working with them today as a director, teenage, former singer, those kind of guys, it's a great honor.
It's quite great. I mean, especially the youngsters, it's nice mixing with them, you know, but they're a bit shy, they're scared to come closer to the oldies, but you know.
We fill in their shoes, you know, big shoes to fill, but it's also good to socialize with them and get to know more about them.
For us to do an ad with them, it's very good for us.
Such a wonderful contrast of the guys who've gone before and the guys who still are coming.
We don't expect them to do too many of the moves because they are ultimately legends. And that's where the dancers come in. You know, the dancers fall in as body doubles and they actually do some of the moves.
But I don't know why I need a double, you know, I can dance, so they must let me do my own thing here, man. I don't need a double, I can dance. I saw me, I strictly come dancing, man.
We're footballers in nature and we have fun by nature, and it's a fun moves, and we're having fun out there today.
Actually, it's quite amazing that they can mix dancing and playing soccer at the same time.
You'll see when you watch the commercial or the movie commercial, you'll be like, my goodness, the soccer guys can dance.
I'm a Zulu gangster.
The location before was basically just a shell. The brief was, I want this two-story thing. It would be quite nice if there's some, you know, we have wooden floors and it has an old feel about it.
This building, after it was decommissioned as a synagogue, lay fallow for a while, and then it was used for the Rivonia trial. The place was a shambles when we arrived here. Been a fire, the stairwell was burnt down, parts of the upstairs were burnt. We have to make this work for us, but we cannot change anything in the building. We put some masonite on the walls, over the pegboard, painted that, and we were away.
It's big.
It's huge.
Whew.
It's stressful.
It's one of the biggest commercials I've ever seen.
I've never shot with so many people before in any commercial.
We have about 200 people.
It's absolutely huge. 3-day shoot. I'm having a ball. It's great, wonderful.
Everybody got in here at 4:45 this morning, early in the morning.
We got to wardrobe at 6 o'clock and took us about half an hour to get done.
It's a nice atmosphere. It's like us as soccer players, it's nice to do something different in a way.
If I could change anything, it would be the weather in the morning, yeah.
Are you ready for entertainment? I'll give you, my man. Not tomorrow or yesterday, now.
You can plan and plan and plan, which I believe in, but you never know what you're going to get. But I like that. It's nice, nervous energy. But as soon as I shot the first frame, I settled in.
Yeah, our first dance sequence went fine, but the main problem here is just that there are too many positives. We stopped every time.
Cut?
Every second we stop. Cut, you see?
And action!
The opening shot of our commercial is you see our heroes in the car driving in.
They arrive in their convertible, they jump out, enter the building, come up the stairs, the camera's following behind them, burst through the doors, come into the space.
It's got that Billy the Kid sort of moment to it. Here's this young punk, you know, he's untried, he's walking into a territory.
You know, like Wallahs are coming in and like getting the ball, and then it's like game on.
I saw teenage. I took my head off, I threw it to him to show him that I have no fear.
And he just throws a head at me. I mean, it's disrespectful.
Their time was then. It's our time, heroes now.
There will always be problems. These youngsters don't respect us.
I hope he feels the heat. Because I'm here, I want to bring it on.
Yeah, we have a nice scenario with Phil. He gets past the ball, and unlike the other players who are just playing around, he's like hanging in a corner somewhere and surrounded by like beautiful baby ladies, and the ball gets passed to him.
In that scene, they made me a ladies' man. You know, for a change, I became a ladies' man. I've never been a ladies' man in my life.
You know, checks out the ladies, passes the ball, tips his head to the ladies. So he incorporated that kind of like a kind of playboy attitude into it, and I think it suits him cool.
Sometimes they distract us, but it's okay. We're keeping on doing our job. My colleagues, Mark and Linda, they are more concentrating on them than what they're supposed to be doing. You know, they've been disturbing them quite often.
They're giving us the enthusiasm, you know, to do well, because where there's women, somehow the professionalism will come.
It's a top job, somebody's going to do it. No, it's a top job, somebody's going to do it.
Everybody looks at the final product, but you know, the behind the scenes it's really, really tremendous what everybody's doing, adding their little touch all over, and it's making a big difference.
Vodacom Jaiva commercial promises just a great, sexy throwback to Sophia Town 1950s.
I think what it's going to promise on is, for one, entertainment value. We're going to see a lot of detail, you're going to see a lot of familiar faces in terms of heroes, football players.
You have to watch the commercial and then you'll decide if it's the heroes or the legends. You know, it's up to you.
It just shows our passion for football in every aspect of the South African context. And this was just one beautiful, creative way of bringing it all together.
I think it's going to be remembered. I think it's going to be loved for a long, long time. And I think the scary thing about this ad is that it's set the bar for ourselves very, very high. It's going to be interesting to see how we beat ourselves on this one.
Yeah, boy, Vodacom.
Here's to playing it our way. So Jaiva, Vodacom, the greatest supporter of South African soccer.